Hi, this is Sam. I'm the president and broker of record of Stavrian Realty, one of the fastest growing brokerages in the city. Our goal as a brokerage is to equip and empower individuals, families, as well as communities with the tools and knowledge required to build generational wealth using real estate. As you know, part of our goal here at Stavrian Realty TV is to present projects in the city that will help you do just that, which is build generational wealth. Part of that goal as well is to also have conversation with individuals that are a formidable part of the growth and success of condos or real estate in the city. And here with me today is one of those really amazing individuals who has been a part of really great projects in the city, and the success story of a lot of projects cannot be said without her. Her name is Shalini, and she's with Milbourne, one of the really remarkable brokerage houses in the city that is also a success story without a doubt. And here today we have a really unique project by a very unique developer as well, Van Dyke. And the project here that we're going to be talking about today is the Queensview Condos, the Queensview at Backyard Condos. So I'm just going to give Shalini an opportunity to also introduce herself briefly, and then we're going to get right into the details.
Thank you, Sam. So my name is Shalini. I work for Milbourne Real Estate. We're one of the biggest sales and consulting agencies in the GTA. We represent a lot of big and one of the top builders in the city. Today we're happy to be representing Van Dyke for the Queensview Condos.
Awesome, awesome. So, you know, the really amazing thing about real estate in Toronto is the fact that a lot is happening.
Right.
Right, and a lot of chatter goes on, and we're all talking about real estate, condos, and so on and so forth. But when you really talk about a project, I think the Queensview Condos is one of those projects that you have so much to talk about. You have transit here, you have a lot of amenities around that supports the project. But from your perspective, what has really been the strong points of this project, aside what we kind of know, but from your perspective?
So what really makes any good condo really great is the area and the opportunity for growth and development within it. Because as we know, when there is transportation coming in, commercial space and future residential, just all adds to the value of those units itself. And you see higher appreciation as well. So with a site like this, we are in South Etobicoke. So it is just north of Barry Road and Stephen Drive, north of the Queensway. And it's just a really remarkable community what we're building, because you do see it as a multi-phased community with a huge commercial and retail aspect to it as well.
Awesome, awesome. So real estate is all about location. So location, location, location. Right next to the Queensway, for me, obviously a few minutes to the Gardner is really amazing. The last time we did the math, 15 minutes to Union Station by car is not bad at all. So definitely this is one of those locations that really screams value to me. And from I guess leading on to building value and building wealth, you also want to talk about some of the features of the project as well. So we have a really great location, but what are some of the features here that, again, is really amazing and helps sell the project?
So looking at this phase, we actually have the phase one, which was called the Humberside. So this is a development that was sold about a year and a half ago and is completely sold out, 7 stories and 96 units. And then actually we moved to the center of the community where we're building a 2-story commercial and retail building. It's around 32,000 square feet. The ground level will have a pharmacy, a walk-in clinic, a barber shop, the Barry Road Food Co-op, its organic market, and the second floor will have medical and dental services. So it's really something that just offers an address of convenience that makes it just so easy just to walk outside, just a couple steps, and again, you have everything just right at your doorsteps. What we're building is the Queensview Condos over here. So that is 10 stories with 134 units. Now, the amenities are all on the ground floor, and we are very family and pet friendly. So the amenities, we will have a lobby, we'll have a guest suite, a pet spa, believe it or not. So,
amazing.
It's just an amazing concept.
Right.
We will have a fitness center, party room that comes equipped with a kitchen, a children's play area, as well as an outdoor barbecue patio lounge. So again, these are just concepts that scream families, and we're really catering to those end users, first-time home buyers, empty nesters looking to downsize, multi-generational families. It's something where they can actually live in these spaces and grow within it, which again, the amenities really speak volumes to what we are building here and who we're building this for. In the middle, we're building a 1-acre public park, so that will be a children's playground as well as a splash pad.
It's beautiful.
And we have the cobblestone roads that connect the neighborhood to help slow down traffic and again, give it that neighborhood feel. So it's something that's very unique that you don't see just everywhere in Toronto, and it really takes a special neighborhood and the space to build something like this.
Amazing. No, that's really amazing. And you just spoke to the park, and obviously this is family oriented and user oriented. The one thing that you start to think about when you think about all the amenities, the shops at Backyard Condos that is right at your doorstep, you almost want to think about price is going to be crazy. Like price per square foot is going to be really high up there. Pricing is going to be ridiculous. And then amenities, and I mean the incentives are not going to be as you might see elsewhere. But that's actually not the case, because looking at the price.
Definitely not the case here. So we are the best and most affordable option, as well as we want to give someone a beautiful space, something that's mid-rise, a luxury feel to a condo, but with not that price tag. So something that is an affordable option, again, for those first-time home buyers. So with this, we're looking at around $770 per square foot. That includes 1 parking and 1 locker. So no matter the size of the unit, 1 bedroom up to 3 bedroom and den, you do receive 1 parking and 1 locker free.
That's good.
And that's a concept that's really unheard of as well. Go downtown core, and you actually have to spend a minimum amount to even be able to buy a parking. So with something like this, although you don't need a car, because we are so accessible by transit, it definitely gives you the best buck for your money.
Absolutely. No, and then really that was the catch for us. Looking at the project, we were able to see to the fact that the numbers actually made a whole lot of sense. And thinking about real estate, you want to get in at the right time for the right amount so that you're able to build wealth over time. Okay, so speaking about that, mid-rise is really on the rise. And I see to the fact that a lot of people are actually, moving towards living in a mid-rise condominium where you have less units, as opposed to a 30, 50, 60-story building where you have so many people. But it seems like mid-rise is now becoming more end-user friendly and even sometimes investor friendly.
Absolutely, and I'm happy that you mentioned investor friendly, because a lot of investors, they want the 50-story building. But something like this, where because a lot of people are invested in personally living here, it makes it better as an investment. Because you know that people care about the space they're living. You know that they're going to maintain the property for a longer period of time. There's less competition for the investors on the rental market. So it is something that will still be very appealing for the investors, and in my opinion, almost better because of that fact. The maintenance fees for the buildings are around 56 cents a square foot. And again, because we're looking at people who are living in here, that will help to maintain the space. It really helps, again, to keep the value of the building retained for a longer period as well.
Awesome. No, and that, again, to your point, was a great, I think the word was a great push for us to even be part of the project on a larger scale, knowing that investors can have that exclusivity with their investments, where they're not competing with the other guy across the hallway who's also an investor, and the person next to you is probably an investor as well. So this gives you that I'm the only guy on the floor type of thing. So that's really amazing. So leading right into the next question, transit is a huge part of the success of any community, right? And obviously looking at this, we have a lot of transit options, which again screams value to me, because when you think about a project, is it close to the highway? Is it close to a station or a subway line or the GO Transit? And this actually is close to all those.
Right, so just right outside your door at the corner of Barry Road and Stephen Drive, there is a TTC bus stop. That bus will take you around a 12-minute commute just all the way to Old Mill Station on the Bloor line.
Awesome.
There is another bus at that stop that will take you about 12 minutes to the Queensway to connect to the streetcar.
Nice.
So that will follow all the way on Queen Street to connect you to downtown. So we're very centrally located. We're about 10 minutes towards downtown Toronto. We're close to the Gardner, the 427, the QEW, so just very well connected. Even that walk to that subway is around 23 minutes. So, you know,
if you want to power walk.
Right, exactly. And you know, your power walk can be about 10 minutes. But it definitely is something, again, where it's accessible by transit, but you have that free parking spot, so you can hop in your car and
drive.
and drive. And again, the area is not as congested if you were to go closer towards the lake. So it is something where getting out of your condo will actually just, you know, be very convenient for you as well.
Absolutely, and you know, that is a sell for us. You spoke about Old Mill Subway Station. Just to add to that, there's also Royal York, tongue twist in there, and then you have Islington Subway Station, you have Kipling Subway Station, and these are all
Jane Station as well.
Exactly.
To connect you to Hyde Park, very close to Roncesvalles, and really your view is towards the Humber River, which is beautiful as well. And you're just right close to the Discovery Trails that will take you towards the South Humber Park. So, you know, it's something for everyone.
Awesome. So again, in terms of transit, I'm really blown away when you have a project like this. So I really appreciate you breaking that down for us. So leading right into the incentives, I know we just spoke about free parking and free locker, which is like unheard of nowadays in the GTA. Well, in Etobicoke, to speak about, if you go south of us, there are all these 60-story towers, and we'll leave it at that. But speaking about the incentives, so you do have free parking and locker. What other incentives do we have?
We have capped development levies at a one-time fee of $7,000 for the smaller units, 1 bedrooms, 1 in dens, and $9,000 for the 2 bedrooms to up to 3 bedroom in dens. So something that is, again, really great value, something, again, that is very unheard of. Downtown. We also are offering an amazing deposit structure. So we're looking at a total of 20% with only the first 15% payable in 1 year. That final 5% you don't pay until 2021. So it gives you just so much flexibility, and that's why we love pre-construction, just because in regards to cash flow, you're not having to put upfront $20,000, 20%, just right up front. It does allow you to take advantage of the growth of the area, the appreciation of that property, without, again, being strapped for cash.
Exactly. So speaking about the down payment, because I talk to a lot of end users, investors, and the first thing they say is, what is the down payment structure like? So just to kind of add to that, you have your, what, $5,000 on signing,
You have the balance of 5% in 30 days, 5% in 6 months, 5% in 1 year, and 5% in occupancy, which we're looking at November of 2021.
Awesome. So that's 30, 180, and 365.
That's right.
Just to break it down in days. Okay, and then you have the 5% at closing of occupancy. Keyword. Okay, so again, 20%, but you have that flexibility, which is amazing. Cap developmental charges $7,000 for a 1+ den is really good, and then $9,000 for a 2-bed or larger. Again, that's really amazing. And then we step right in to also be part of the conversation in terms of incentives. So speaking to that, we also will offer for an investor who's looking to be, again, part of an exclusive project, we would offer the 2-year rental guarantee, which is us going out of our way to help you find your tenant, because I know for a lot of investors that's like the the scariest thing is finding a tenant and they feel like they can't do it on their own. So we actually offer that 2-year rental guarantee, and then we also have the 2-year property management, which is pretty amazing. I love pre-construction, purchased pre-construction myself, and we've helped a ton of investors do the same. But I think the other thing that has to do with pre-construction is actually having a developer that understands space. Right? Having a developer that understands finishes, that understands having the right mixture of even colors. I mean, just to even think about that, you want to have a space that is open concept, the amenity, the finishes as well as the appliances within the unit actually blends and makes it a really exclusive space, and in a lot of cases it looks very high-end. What was the thinking behind that, and how did that come together?
So Van Dyke, who's the builder, they've been in this business for almost 4 decades.
Okay.
And what they focus on is building residential communities. So
Awesome.
they prefer the low to mid-rise where they can focus on quality builds,
Right.
but again at an affordable price point. So they have been established in Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, expanding right now into southwestern Florida, and now here in South Etobicoke.
Nice.
So we do see it with the Craftsman in Mississauga, we
Right.
see with the Uptowns, which is currently selling in Brampton, as well as Windows on the Green in Mississauga, and Wyndham Place in Oakville. So those are a couple of their projects, and if you drive by the sites, you will actually see the quality of what they build.
Awesome.
And it's something where, again, it's not just all floor to ceiling glass like you see downtown.
Right.
Here we actually can look at the exterior facade of the building and see that brick component,
Right.
just to add just so much more visual aspects to the building.
Right.
That's just more than glass.
Exactly.
Right? So, and we can see it from the renderings, we can see it from the scale model, that they care about all the details as
Right.
well.
Awesome. And then in terms of the interior space,
Right.
The mixture of finishes, flooring,
Right.
and so on.
So the ceiling heights on the first floor will be 10 feet ceilings,
Okay.
smooth finish. Floors is 2 to 10 will be 9 feet ceilings, also with smooth finish ceilings.
Awesome.
And the spaces we range from 519 square feet for a 1-bedroom up to 1,324 square feet for a 3-bedroom and den.
Great.
So very spacious, well-designed units, nice split bedrooms if you're looking at 2 bedrooms or 2 dens.
Good.
Gives you a lot of privacy. You still got beautiful light coming into the units. And being in a low-rise and mid-rise community itself, that's really what our buyers are looking for, is that, you know, they're getting their sun exposure in their
Right.
suites, they're getting that evening sunset they're looking for,
Right.
they're looking towards the Humber River, looking towards the park. So it's just the entire concept of the project on a larger scale, and when it comes to the units itself, just makes for a really great building.
Good. No, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking about access to a project like this, obviously whenever you'll have a project of this magnitude, you have access to a project like this through a few brokerages. So we're extremely excited to be on this one. What do you have to say in terms of access? I mean, how do you get the best deal as well as value for your buck in terms of knowing when to get in and getting in at the right time?
Well, your answer is contacting someone like yourself,
Okay.
right? We've worked in the past together,
Right.
just the quality that you bring, taking your clients through the whole pre-construction process. It's, you know, really great to see that. And really the first thing is just to get in. Everyone's waiting for prices to come down, and that
Right.
doesn't happen. They've been waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
So number one with pre-construction is there is urgency there.
Yeah.
You should be contacting Sam right away and getting
should.
in.
You should.
He'll be able to bring you into the sales office, give you a
Right.
presentation, and it's really that first opportunity. There's no time to waste.
Right.
It's something, again, where if you see a project that's launching, you need to get in before the crowd.
Absolutely. And things change pretty quick in pre-construction.
Right. And especially as the area is building and there's more competition that comes on the market,
Right.
It drives pricing up.
It does.
So it is something where day to day at the builder's discretion, they can start increasing pricing. So it's something where you do have to act fast to make sure you secure the incentives. The parking and locker is only available for a limited time. So these
Right.
are incentives that you want to lock in right away.
No, and you know, we can't say or stress that enough, because usually when you're talking to end users or even investors, you know, you want to look at the numbers, look at the area and so on and so forth. And we say to do that, drive by the neighborhood, make sure you're buying into a really nice area and your investment it should be in a location that you absolutely love and you can see the value as well. But in doing that, you do want to make the move to secure a unit right away. And then you can do some of your drive arounds within your 10-day period, which is very important. Or do it as soon as you can and then secure the unit, because a lot of units here are selling out pretty fast. So speaking about access, the one thing I will say, just to add to what Shalini has said, is when you think about pre-construction, don't think about, oh, am I going to be able to wait like a week or two down the road, or even sometimes I hear investors say, you know what, I'm going to wait for the next release, because you're thinking about, okay, the next phase or the next other project. You know, with real estate and what we've seen from 2016, 2017, even leading into 2018 is it's not getting cheaper. And the unfortunate thing is, if you're sitting on the window or on the fence, not on the window, if you're sitting on the fence and you're hoping that this thing is going to just, for some reason, change overnight, it's just not going to happen. And if you're waiting for a future phase or another project that's going to launch at the end of the year, every developer is paying attention to what this other guy is selling for, and they're obviously going to price their project accordingly. So the biggest, I guess, revelation should be you want to get in on the opportunity as soon as you can, secure a unit. The truth is, you're probably going to be looking a few months down the road and you're going to be happy that you did, because everything else in Toronto, or you know, let's not even talk about downtown Toronto, but everything else in the GTA right now, I can tell you, is selling between $950 and $1,000 price per square foot. So you definitely want to be a part of this really amazing opportunity. And just to give you a sense of the neighborhood, it is a well-situated site, surrounded by lots of residential. So you're not thinking about in the future, is there a condo that's going to be obstructing my view if I'm facing, let's say, east or south or whatever the case is. It's a very appealing area to be in. So at the bottom of your screen, you're also going to see our contact information, which is 905-678-8620, to call the brokerage, to call the office. You also can reach me directly. The number and the information, email address and all will be at the bottom of your screen. This is an amazing opportunity. I love to say amazing because we don't jump on just about every other project in the city, and we are very excited to present really cool opportunities, and we're fortunate that a lot of the projects that we are a part of are really great opportunities. They're in great locations. They're offering the best price and incentives. So this is where you want to be, and this is where you want to make money. Let's be frank about it. This is where you want to make money, and this is where you want to build your wealth. And all that we really want to present to you is your ability to build generational wealth. So I'm going to leave you to watch the rest of the video and to capture, as we capture some of the sites and the finishes and so on. But overall, from all of us here at Stallion Realty, we appreciate you watching this video, and we look forward to our next Stallion Realty TV session. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless.